welcome back again, folks, to the show. This video is another unboxing, what do we call it? Extravaganza? Unboxing extravaganza, maybe be a good name for it. Got several packages in the mail this week, and I was waiting on one more to come. I'm pretty sure it's in the mail, and it will probably arrive tomorrow, right after I do this video. And it's from a guy by the name of Todd Taylor. I don't know if any of y'all familiar with Todd or not. He holds the World Guinness's Book of World Records for the fastest banjo player. And I listen to him, and he's fast, man. I had to slow it down to listen to it. No, I didn't have to slow it down, but he's good, and he's fast. Anyway, he contacted me, and I think he talked to Jerry Rosa and said he's going to send us some stuff. So I held off on this video, waiting until that package arrived, and it's not here yet. It'll come tomorrow. I know it will. Anyways, I got several things to unbox here, and I need to see what that is. I have no idea. Some of you I know who this stuff is from, and some of you I don't know. So forgive me if I get the names wrong or backwards on this. Also, like to say some folks don't like to watch me open boxes, they said. And most of you, I think, say you do. So I'm going to put a poll right over here, I think. And you can vote whether you liked these unboxing videos or not. And if the majority of you don't like them, I'll stop doing them. And if the majority does like them, I'll keep doing it. I want to keep you guys happy. That's what it's all about. So check the poll out up there. Cast your vote. And I'll move you over here closer and let's get into this stuff. I'm going to turn it all around here so I don't dox anyone right off the bat. And I put cue balls here and everything. You just may get a cue ball fixed before this is over with and done. Tell them, cue ball, I love you. I love you. Good. What? What's that? Good. A little cue ball action there for you. We'll get her in the picture later if she's here. I don't know if she'll be here or not when it counts. She's usually not around when you really want her to come in for a fix. Have no idea what this is. I think I can maybe just rip that open. Yeah, bad idea. How are you folks getting along, man? Hope you all are doing well. It's hot here tonight. It got up to like 77 degrees here today. 77 degrees. And it's still hot, even tonight. I don't recognize that guy's name. So please forgive me if you wanted me to mention you on here and I'm mentioning the wrong names, I'm sorry. Oh, these are, yeah, I had every plate mate size. I thought I did. Well, working on that Yamaha guitar, I didn't have the size it was. Well, now I do. I've got all the sizes again now. I ordered these myself. I remember doing that now. If you purchase a plate mate, I would highly recommend you get it from Mitchell's Plate Mate. That's where I ordered these from. You can get them from Stu Mac. You can get them from a lot of different places. But Mitchell's the guy that invented the thing, put all the thought and the time and the effort into it, so he's going to get my dollar before I order one from the guys we love to hate. And I have no clue what this is. Oh yeah, okay. Guitar jack tightener. Somebody was watching me tighten the jack on, what was that, on my telly or the Squire? I forget which one it was. Anyways, this, yeah, they make several versions of this too. Can't remember what they're called exactly. But yes, sir, man, that will come in handy. There's what it looks like. I think there's a piece of this goes inside of the jack and expands. And then you shove, I'm assuming, this piece down. I don't see. Yeah, it's shaped like a nut. So you shove this piece down onto the nut of the jack, and while this piece holds the inside from turning, you turn this to tighten the jack up. Now, I don't know if this guy wanted me to reveal his name or not. I'm not going to tell you his last name. I'm just going to say, Richard, thank you, man. you know who you are. And I appreciate this big time. That will get used a lot. I wanted one of those, actually. Alright, let's see what the little box is. The little one. There we go. I think that's... No, that wasn't right. I think I know what this is. I think I know what it is. Crap, I'm going to cut across the spot now. Maybe not. Here we go. A box of paper. You always use paper. always use paper. Assuming that's from the Art of Tone. I know one guy that's heard of that name before. And I'm going to tell you his name too. Just in a momento. Show you what this stuff is. Yeah, I ordered this myself. I guess I got more stuff for myself than I did from people. This is guts for that Les Paul, the Chibson. Y'all might want to hang around for that series of videos because, like I said, I'm going to take a Chibson and turn it into a player. Let me just pour these out here. You can look at them. There's a switch. I just brought a brand new Switchcraft the other day before I found out about this stuff. I think these are 500K CTS pots. Yes, they are. 4 of them. Tone resistors. Wiring harness. And ordered the knobs from a different place. Eric C., thank you, man, for telling me about this stuff. Eric found this stuff on eBay. Shot me a link to it, and I just ordered the whole thing. I think he's building up a Chibson too. So if y'all know who I'm talking about, I'll put a link down here. You may want to go over and watch his, see how he comes along with his. He's doing it about the same time I'm going to be doing it on mine. And I might go a step farther once I'm finished. I might take that Chibson around to some music stores. I'm never going to sell the guitar. I don't have any intention of ever selling it. I might, maybe, turn it into a contest guitar and let one of you guys end up with it. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but I am going to install all those guts and stuff. Oh, we have a love letter. My God. Alright, I'll have to read that later to make sure it's safe to read before I read it to you. Oh, here's the deal. Yeah, man. Check that out. All kind of security bits, screwdrivers, everything. Man, I can really use this right here. I've got 2 or 3 of these, and they're scattered out over the years. Half the parts is not in them. And every time I need something like this, I got to dig through a whole bunch of crap, man, you know, to find the size or the bit or whatever I'm needing at the time. Can I tell you this cat's name? I can't remember. I remember you telling me. Hey, let's just call this guy Gene. I won't tell you his last name. Gene, thanks so much, man. This will get the crap used out of it. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Wow, he's in a big bag of candy, too. Check that out. Peppermint, it looks like. And that's one of my favorite... Oh, wow. He sent a bunch of stuff, man. Check this out. Borrow my pen. I wonder if those are... You know, I might be able to use these if they have a felt tip for touch-up work. I've got a bunch of markers like that. Well, not a bunch. I need a bunch more. And I use them to touch up, you know, different colors of instruments before I finish over them. If I do any finish on them at all. Alright, well, we have some cough syrup here. Straight and ice cold. This is a classic way to drink Jazzmeister. Is that how you say that? J-A-G, Jagermeister maybe. I can't see it, man. It's so tiny. Well, there it's bigger. Wolfenbüttel. Okay. Alright. I'll sip on that later. Wow, he just sent all kinds of stuff, man. The screw pitch gauge. You remember back in, I don't know, it's been 3 or 4 years ago, I showed one of these. I should have it laying right here, but I can never find anything, man, when I need it right now. I always have to shut the camera off. Anyways, it's a, it measures the like a 10-32 screw count. That's not what I use them for. I use them to cut slots in a nut. There are different gauges. I think this one's gauged. It looks like they're different thicknesses, yeah, and different kind of saw teeth. 52V thread size. Sizes include 4-84 plus 4 1/2, 5 1/2, and 11 1/2 TPI. Wow, cool, man. Well, like I say, I'll probably never use them to gauge screws with, but I have many uses for them. Alright, what do we have here? Wow, Gene. Man, you've seen everything. A jack tight. This is another tool to tighten your guitar jack with. And it looks like it does go inside of the hole, inside the jack, and expands, I think. Yeah, there's a piece of rubber on there. As you tighten that up, that squashes that rubber down, expands. And then I guess you take the wrench, there's a wrench in there, you can see it right there, and tighten the nut part of it up. Wow, cool, man, very cool. Ha, fretboard protectors. There you go. I have a bunch of those too, somewhere. But yeah, this kind of stuff you can always use, man. Gene, you thought of everything, dude. Here's something else that I can never get enough of. CA glue. Or super glue, whichever you call it where you live. I think these are all the same thing. Super glue, cyanoacrylate. Yeah, they make different thicknesses of this stuff. Well, yeah, man, I'll use every bit of that you see right there. I will use it all eventually. They use a lot of glue. A lot of glue. What do you suppose that is? Look like a bottle opener to me. If I had a bottle here, we'd try it out. I'm not sure what that is. That is a bottle opener, isn't it? I don't know, man. I think that's got more. It's a bridge pin puller. That's what it is. It's not a bottle opener. I was going to say it's not really. You think a bottle opener would be metal. This feels like plastic. Yeah. You just slide that over your ball on your bridge pins. Pull it up. That too will get used a lot, a bunch, to death. And last but not least, all kinds of leather. This is good. Check that out, man. I used to have a bunch of this stuff here, and I don't know whatever happened to it. But it's good. Boy, it smells good too. I can smell the leather in it. Like, for instance, I can never find what I'm looking for when I need it. Here it is. Nope, it's not there. It's here. Hold on. I'm sorry, folks. I don't have my shit together very well. Like this right here. That one's staying on there pretty good. But, yeah, that'll be handy for stuff like that right there. It'll be handy for a lot of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff I can think of to use this on. Wow. Is that it? I think I see something else. No, that's plastic, I guess. Gene, wow, man. You blew my mind, dude. Thank you, big time. Thank all you guys. Eric C. What was the other guy's name here? That's from the Art of Tone. Let me find it and we'll leave him out. Richard. Richard, yes. Thank you, Richard. Wow, I'm just overwhelmed, guys. Just, wow. You guys are just awesome, man. Woo! Gene, I don't know how you got all this stuff in that little box. I swear I really don't. Let me show you this up close first. See? You just put this down over your guitar nut. Okay? Stick it down over the nut. And then you shove this piece down into the jack and tighten the jack by turning this little wheel here. That's how that works. This part exposed is what keeps the jack from spinning inside the guitar. Now, this other one's pretty cool too. Show it to you up closer. You get my shirt behind it, maybe you can see it better. It's got a little rubber tip right here. Okay? You shove that whole thing up into the guitar jack. And then you hold this and spin it. See, it starts crunching down on that rubber and making the rubber spread out. And you do that until it's tight. And then you take this wrench and put it on the nut and tighten her up. And one thing I like about this, it's got a, that's just cool as crap. The other end of it opens up, and check this out. you get a tiny little Allen wrench. I think you can see it better with that black background. And I got 3 of these little nut, I don't know what you call them, pieces of rubber, I guess. 3 of those. Just too cool, man. Too cool. I'm like a kid at Christmas time. This is called a Jactite. Jactite.com. This is the one I was trying to figure out what the name of the thing was. I couldn't remember. I thought I'd seen one and I wasn't sure if I even seen one or not. And one of you guys told me it was called a Jactite. And this other one is called a Bullet. The first one I showed you is called a Bullet. Guitar jack tightener. Wow. I'm just overwhelmed by all this stuff. Thank every one of you guys for everything you send me. You know, this stuff don't lay around, man. Not here at the house. It gets used every day. Some part of it will, I guarantee you. All of it will. You know, I'm sure there'll be times I have to use this jack tightener, and there'll be times I'll have to use that one. Probably be times I can only find one of them. I'm going to put them where I keep all my shit. I seem to, I don't know, I put everything in one place, but it never stays there. And of course this, the glue, the bridge pin puller, the pins, the plate mates. That's what they look like when you first get them, when you buy them. I'm going to put one in that HD28 tonight. And the Les Paul stuff. The Art of Tone. Well, I got 2 Switchcraft switches now. If you all need one, let me know. Got an extra one, brand new. Both of them are. This one, oh, check it out. When I got from Stumac, they didn't even send a tip to it. So I ordered a bunch of tips. These guys are not so tight. I don't have a lot to say about Stumac. Well, I do have a lot to say, but I ain't going to say it. Not in this video anyway. So, that's it, I think. Wow, just thank every one of you, man. Now watch what I'm telling you. Watch and see, and I'll let you know if it does. I bet you Todd Taylor's package will arrive tomorrow. And what's that mean? Well, I'm going to do another unboxing if it does. And if you all vote to keep doing unboxing videos. If you vote not to, like I say, I won't make it. I'll stop making them. That's why I always put in the title, you know, unboxing video or whatever's going on there. That way, if the ones that don't like to watch me open them, they'll know it's an unboxing video. You don't have to click on it. So anyways, thanks to each and every one of you, man. I appreciate all of you so much. You guys are just awesome. I can't believe it. And cheers to you. We'll see you. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, stay tuned in for that Chibson series videos. I'm going to fix that guitar. I'm going to upgrade it as far upgrade as I can. Like Eric C. said on one he's doing, he just hope and pray it don't fold up. You know, he tuned it up to pitch. The story. I was in the music store the other day. Heard 2 guys 2 feet behind me talking. And standing in line waiting to pay to get out. And I heard them talking. And I heard Schartiger mentioned. So I kind of got to listen a little bit, and they were arguing. I said, that's Randy from YouTube. And the other guy said, no, it's not. And yes, that's him. I'm telling you, too. And the big guy said, no, it's not him. Randy's bigger than that guy is. And the whole time we was in line there, they were arguing about that. So I got up to the counter, paid for my stuff, got everything gathered up in bags, and I started to leave, and I turned around and said, he's right. And it blew the big guy's mind. It blew my mind that someone would recognize me out like that, out of nowhere. But anyways, cheers. I'm rambling a little bit. Pretty excited. I think you would be too if you got so many goodies in the mail. I'll have to check into this and sip on that later. So thanks again, guys, for everything. And I'll see you. You will see me using it. Cheers. Well, you know me, I always forget stuff. I forgot about the love letter. And I was picking stuff up here and seeing it. I thought, man, I got to read this to you. I wanted to read over first to make sure it was okay, and I think it is. I'll just read it to you, and I'll hold it up there, and you can pause the camera if you want to read it yourself. Howdy, Randy. This is not a love letter, okay? It's a professional correspondence. Here are some useful tools and supplies that every tech should have in their bag of tricks. Leather scrapes for padding clamps and cawls, and maybe for making a pick pouch or 2. Jactite tool. These are super helpful, especially on hollow body F-hole guitars. They are extra rubber tips stored inside the handle. I found those, yeah. Thread pitch gauge. When you need to match up a screw and order in the correct online. When you need to match up a screw and order the correct one online. Okay. CA glue, the water thin stuff that's handy for 1001 things. Fretboard protectors. Saves your bacon, especially when pulling frets with a nipper from a splintery rosewood or ebony boards. They are really good for that. I use them too when I'm going through the grits of sandpaper, you know, on each fret, all the way up to 2000 grit or whatever I stop at. They protect the fretboard there. Not like that sandpaper is going to hurt it, but they're good for many uses. Like you said, for pulling frets you can use them. Gunsmith screwdriver set. This is every screwdriver you need to precisely fit screws on guitars. The huge flat blade is perfect for Chibson stop bar studs. And I've always preached this, especially on instruments. Use a tool that fits, man. You know what I mean? Don't just grab up something that you can use. Get a tool that fits the screw or whatever you're working on precisely. Red bird mints. These are valuable tools. If you run onto a jam on a setup or repair, pop one of these, sit back and think about fishing until the mint is gone. Then go back and work and you'll have a new perspective and a solution to the problem. Well, I've had to do that before. Now I got Candy to help me on. Pins. If you loan one of these out to someone, you'll always get it back. Jagger, for when you get through more than 4 red birds and you're still stuck. You know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Cheers and rock on, brother. Sincerely professional, Gino. Now I hope this is right. It's just hard to keep up with so much stuff and so many people. I think his username on YouTube is Devil in the Circuit. Forgive me if I get that wrong, but I think that's what it is. You'll see him in the comments occasionally, or maybe quite a lot. Thank you guys, every one of you, and I will see you soon. Cheers to you. Woo! I got to tell you this about these pens before I go. I thought they were to touch-up markers. They're not that at all, man. This is what he meant by, if someone wants to borrow my pen, I give them one of these, they'll bring it back. Here's why. Here's what the pens have wrote on them. I'm just going to read part of it. I'm not going to go with the whole thing. But the first one, Springfield Sexual Addiction Center. From perv to perfect in as little as 10 days. Curbing your enthusiasm since 1998. The second one is Shecky the Clown. Proctology. I can't read it so small. Turn your head and cough. Electrolysis is us. The first name in unwanted hair removal, specializing in those hard to reach areas. Verdant Fields Nudist Camp. Get in touch with your outer self. Enjoy ping pong, volleyball, and famous bottomless buffet. That's all as far as I can see it. Stuffed with Love, taxidermy. Wow, that one fits the house. Why don't you look around me? Got a lot of flack over these animal heads. But I don't hunt anymore. Can't go back and bring them back to life. I did them a favor anyway. They starve in the winter time. Okay, Stuffed with Love. Howie's House of Hair. From barely there to awesome hair in just 1 hour. So yeah, you can see why people would probably bring these back if I loaned them to them. Thanks, Gene. Devil in the Circuit. Eric C. I can't remember all the names, but thank every one of you guys. And this time I'm out of here. Cheers.